Hi, it's Kelechi Amadi, your real estate broker. I just quickly wanted to go through the difference it will make when you put down 5% down payment or 10% down payment or even 20% down payment. Because most times I get the question from my clients that if I save more money, will it be better for me? Or will it make a big difference in my monthly payments? Well, if you're having 5% down at the moment and you are ready because you have necessary criteria, which is you have a permanent job, you have a good to average to excellent credit, and obviously you have above $15,000. I would suggest you start looking into purchasing a home. Now, many people might say, what do I get for that amount? The idea is to start. What you will get will come true, and once it comes, you would know. So if you can start looking, hopefully you will get the right property that will start you off and prepare you for that bigger purchase in the next 3 to 5 years. It's important to note that you want to get your feet wet with the banks so that they know you, and it's a very stress-free process getting a second the second mortgage for your I mean getting a second time mortgage, not a second mortgage, but a second time mortgage when you're purchasing your next home, which is the probably the dream home most people talk about. So I'm using a $250,000 mortgage to calculate the difference here. And you would notice I use 3%. That's high. 3% interest rate is high, but I just used it for example. And 2,200 for your annual property taxes at amortization of 25 years. You note here that the difference with your monthly payment for a 5% down payment and a 10% down payment is literally less than $100. You are better off when you have 5% to start looking and purchase something as soon as you can, because at least in the next 3 years you will have enough to put down more money in your next purchase. I would talk a little bit about 20% because you notice here that what you save when you put 20% down is the CMHC premium, is that you don't get to pay that premium at all. And also the substantial difference shows in the monthly payment, which is above $200 a month in change, right? So yes, if you have 20%, it's good, but how many people can save up 20% down payment? The criteria is this: if you're renting at the moment of for above $1,000 a month and you have above $15,000 and you have also a good to excellent credit, and most importantly you have a permanent job, like a good job, you've been working for at least above 3 months, I would suggest you look into purchasing your first home because you're paying someone else's mortgage off, and you have to look into starting a process to pay yourself your own mortgage off so that at least in the next 3 to 5 years you'll be in a better position to buy that bigger home. If you have any questions, feel free to call or feel free to email me. I'm here to your success. Thank you very much.